Okay, guys, so on the charts here, we're going to be learning about how to identify the market structure and what to look for um, as you're going through your charts to identify the trends and spot and market phases, as well as breakout structures and trend shifts, right? So let's start from the top here. We're going to start with identifying the trend that the market is currently in. So we are currently on the British pound and USD on the 4 hour time frame. The easiest way to do this, guys, is to grab your little tool right here and just mark up the highs and lows of the chart, right? Let's go right here to make this a little bit easier for you guys. So you take your tool right here and you can mark up the highs, the lows, right? And you can kind of see this is forming an uptrend currently, right? That's forming an uptrend. So we would say the market is in an upward trend forming higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low, higher high, right? That is an uptrend. Now let's identify a downtrend, right? Let's identify a downtrend. See right here? A downtrend. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and lower low, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high. Now that is a downtrend. Now let's talk about the third one, which is the consolidation, right? Consolidation is when the market is kind of sideways, kind of how we can see it right here. It's kind of not really picking a direction, right? It's kind of going up, high, equal highs. See how it has equal highs? Uh, Even right here, it's just kind of equal, right? Equal lows, equal highs. It's just kind of equal, not really picking a direction. That would be a consolidation. This is what we can call a consolidation, okay? So now that you know what the three trends are, let's talk about the phases of a market, right? So a market will move in phases depending on what trend you are in. The market will always move in a phase, in certain phases. So right here, start from right here because it should be easier for me to explain to you guys. So right here, we have this impulse move down. Right? Let's just start right here. We'll start right here on this mouse pad. Sorry. So we have this downward movement, right? Then we have this upward movement. This is what we would call the impulse, which is a big, strong movement. So you see how there's just a bunch of green candles right here. Here, let me see if I can. Sorry, I'm probably moving crazy for you guys. Zoom in right here. Here, see how the chart is just moving with strong movement and not a lot of just a lot of green movement. No, not a lot of red, just green. Big, strong momentum, right? The price started from here, didn't really get stopped by anything and just moved up, right? That is what we call an impulse. A big strong move is what is an impulse, okay? Now, after your impulse, you're gonna have these corrections. See right here, this will be a correction. Price pulled up and then pull back down, correction, pull back up. Even let's go over here. This would be a better example right here for you guys. See, big strong movement, impulse, correction. Correction, still correcting itself. Impulse, correction. Impulse, correction. Now impulse. Does that make sense to you guys? Here, let me try and draw it out for you. Impulse. I'll make the impulses red. We'll go down. That's not a good color. Let's change that to something gold. It's kind of hard to see, but you get the idea. We have this. Then we have this correction, right? This correction. Then we have this impulse, right? You see that, guys? You get the idea. I'm not gonna say here and draw this out for you guys. Impulse, correction, impulse. Okay. Let me clear up these charts. Now that you guys understand what a trend is and how the way the market moves, impulse, correction to trends are uptrend, downtrend, consolidation. The next thing would be to be able to identify the break of structure, which is trend shifts, right? So like right here, for example, let me find one for you guys. Let me find one for you guys. Let me find one for you guys. Find one for you guys. Let's see if I can do this. We're still in the same chart, same chart. Okay, okay. So let's find this for you guys. There we go. There we go. So we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, right? Just so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. You see how the market on the 15-minute time frame is forming this downtrend, right? You can see it's forming these lower lows, lower highs. It's not lower low yet. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? But then as you notice, if you look to the right over here, market comes up, right? Well, now why does market come up? Okay, well, the market comes up because this pulled into a correction, right? Like we talked about earlier, pulled into a correction phase, right? Pulled back down, which did its job, okay? Did this, pull back down, has it continuing the trend, right? And then through, broke through this last lower high that we have right here. You see that? It broke through this last lower high. I'm zooming for you guys so you can see. Right here, it broke through the last lower high, right? This is the last lower high, lower low, price broke up, broke through it. This is what we call a break of structure, or not a break of structure, sorry guys. This is a change of character. Change of character, right? What I like to call it, change of character. What I like to call a change of character, well, because the character of the market was a downtrend, right? Downtrend. But the market broke it, giving us a change of character, right? Now, this will be another section when I go into more depth about this, but you notice how the market it doesn't go all the way up right when it breaks the change of character, right? It goes up, it breaks it, and then it comes back down, sweeps liquidity. But that's a topic for another thing. Then it continues to go up, right? Then it goes up. But that's a topic for another time. But we're just gonna get that for right now. So now that you guys understand what market structure is, the uptrend, the downtrend, and the consolidation. And now that you know how to spot clean phases of the market, which is the impulse and the correction, and can also spot trend shifts, the change of characters that I just mentioned. We will then move into price action and confirming the trades. Okay, guys, so stay tuned, and you remember, you're only one trade away from changing your whole life.